early 2000s, this tiny mummy was found in the Atacama Desert. For its size, it was fully developed. It has fused bones, hardened teeth, and an alien-like appearance. This is the Atta Boy from Ripley's. Here's the Atta Girl. I even own an alien-like humanoid.
Yo, am I tripping, or is that a person in my woods? Like in the middle of nowhere. Is that a person? That looks like a person, right? Am I tripping? What the fuck? Who is that? What do you want?
Chinese are lucky to watch dragons in their skies. This dragon spotted in real life is one of the most famous on the web. It was taken high in the mountains. At first, the man thought it was a big bird, but then he zoomed the picture and saw the creature closely. He lost all doubts. First,
legends from every state. In this episode, I'll be looking at the Sabattis well descent from Maine. The story goes that a group of teenagers dared their one friend to go into a well that was in the back of a cemetery. Upon lowering him down, they realized that the rope had stopped moving, so they pulled him back up to check on him. Once they pulled him up, they realized that his hair had turned completely white and he had gone insane. Legend says you can still hear his screams coming from his window at the mental hospital. What state should I do next?
The Globglow Gabgala. I love books, and this basement is a true treasure trove. I am the Globglow Gabgala, the schwabble double wabble gabble flibber blah blah blah. I'm full of schwibble glib.
Oh! No, 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 no!
You want video evidence of the skinwalker? He's looking right at me. He likes to make really weird fucking noises all night long till about 3 a.m. Then I'll get my coffee and come out here, and he'll keep making the weird fucking noises. And I'll watch TikTok videos and just sort of ignore him. Now I know where he is. I think I need to go back there and maybe clear out the patch of woods. I know some people that got some guns. Maybe we can get some ash. Light his ass up. Been following me around for 10 fucking years. I'm about tired of this goddamn shit. Here's the evidence. I'm not fucking crazy.
This is the legend of Mount Shasta and the city of Telos. For decades now, people of Mount Shasta, California have claimed that a highly advanced ancient civilization lives in the mountain, known as Lemurians. And this is their story. Around 25,000 years ago, the Atlanteans, who lived in Atlantis, and the Lemurians from Lemuria, broke out into an all-out nuclear war over differing ideologies. See, the Atlanteans wanted to take over lesser civilizations and enslave them. But the Lemurians, who were peace-loving beings of light, said they should be left alone to evolve on their own. The result, the thermonuclear war that ravaged our planet. When the super nuke Nara 1 went off, It caused massive earthquakes on the Richter scale of up to 15. These massive shifts in the Earth's tectonic plates caused supervolcanoes and mega tsunamis that wiped out civilizations and species across the planet. Once the cataclysm started, the fighting stopped. They realized what they had done, but it was too late. Part 2.
Maskevich was a singer and dancer from Russia who created a YouTube channel in 2008 and began posting prolifically. She has posted over 56,000 videos on her page, which was originally titled Ref Batch, but is now titled You Don't Know, You Know, You Know, You Don't. She does, however, consistently bring up this idea that she was brainwashed by the government, and while that may seem far-fetched, the Russian government has been criticized for a strange pseudo-diagnosis that they called sluggish schizophrenia, wherein a medical professional would preemptively treat a patient for schizophrenia even if they did not have it. Did this happen to Anna? It's hard to tell, but her husband actually alluded to this in a video description, and her mental state is definitely a lot more fragile than it once was. Her story resurfaced in the last year because of a TikTok account that she made called I'm Watching Him Now, where she was just as intense as usual and posted some ominous things. But unlike her YouTube account, she did not post thousands of times.
Ghost stories from around the world. Malaysia, the Penanggal.
Once there was a young girl who was bullied by a lot of people in her village.
People would often say really mean and terrible things to her, like she had a face that only her mother would love. And that made her bitter and angry, especially towards married or pregnant women. One day when the bullying was especially bad,
She finally broke down and went on a rampage, which resulted in the deaths of many pregnant women in her village.
she was then obviously caught and brought to justice. The villagers and the families of the victims hung her by a really tall tree, then used a different piece of rope and tied her legs together, then tied the other end of the rope to a bull. When the bull was let go, her body was pulled out, leaving her head and her organs dangling from the tree. And that's how she became a vengeful spirit, who floats around at night trying to find a pregnant woman to be her victim.
Is Katy Perry actually JonBenét? I'm sure everyone knows about this case. Here's a crazy conspiracy for you guys. A lot of people believe that this was a hoax by the Illuminati and the Freemasons, basically to make money and make Katy a star. A lot of people believe that Katy's birthday was fake. This is JonBenét as a child, and this is Katy as a child. JonBenét, Katy. Also, if you watch videos from Katy when she was little, she always seemed like she was getting filmed by some creepy guy who most likely was one of the Freemasons. A lot of her tweets and songs are compared to JonBenét's life. This is from Katy's book. Go ahead and pause it so you could read it. There was no JonBenét inside of me waiting to burst out. Why would she compare herself to a dead little girl if JonBenét was really dead? Apparently, this is a symbol for the Freemasons, the white checkers, inside JonBenét's house. What do you
Creepy photos that will give 99% of you chills, part 10. This is the picture taken inside of an Auschwitz gas chamber. These are scratching marks from the people inside trying to escape and get out of that nightmare. This is super disturbing and sad. This is a picture of 3 friends on a roller coaster, but the kid in red all the way to the right actually broke his neck during this roller coaster. This is just super unfortunate. 1 second he was having the time of his life, and then the next second he was in the worst pain of his life. This is the picture of an abandoned mental patient's room in a mental hospital. It's super creepy to think what goes on in these people's minds. Just look at all the creepy things written on the wall. This is giving me chills just looking at it. Finally, this is a girl named Sarah who was in the catacombs in Paris with her friend. Sarah's friend said that she was acting very strange down there, and she never seen her act like that before. She then took a picture of her, and this was the result. It looks like Sarah was possessed, and she also doesn't remember even being there.
These are the 3 real ways to survive Cartoon Cat. Number 1, always keep your closet door locked at night. Number 2, if you see a stray cat, never ever be mean to it or Cartoon Cat will get its revenge. And number 3, never draw Cartoon Cat's picture and put it under your bed before you fall asleep. If you follow these 3 rules, you should be fine. Good luck.